Good.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
It's good morning here. Might not be good
11:16,
morning.
is that considered, Devin, is that considered morning? You're a researcher.
Sometimes.
Don't you think noon is like the afternoon?
It's like brunch.
It could be brunch. But it's still morning. I would say morning.
Well, if you get up at 5 o'clock, it's really
When
not.
you get up at 5 a.m., it doesn't feel like morning. I agree with
Yeah.
that. That's funny.
I'm
It
just saying.
probably feels not like morning to you right now.
There's some people just getting up. Devin wasn't here. You'd probably be just getting up, wouldn't you?
You sleep in?
Sometimes. I don't like to. I feel like my whole day is over if I
Yeah.
sleep in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I can't. It's hard to sleep. Sleeping in is like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I slept in. It's good.
Yeah.
What time do you go to bed?
If I can, 8.
Really?
If I could.
Typically 9.
9:30, 10. By the time
Between
10.
9 and 10. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's early for you, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
I mean, they extended Survivor to 9:30, so that's like killing me right now.
So Wednesday nights are up till 9:30
Oh,
for
boy.
sure. Mm-hmm.
So, what's going on?
Um,
I feel like this is
had
our
a good
time
week.
to communicate.
I know,
Let's talk
right?
about that.
That's so funny. This is like,
Because somebody said, "Do you talk to your wife?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't know." It's like, I forget what it was. Somebody
that's so
said
funny.
something that they must have told you and you didn't tell me, and I'm like,
That's probably true.
I don't know. It's probably didn't really have to do with me. She doesn't tell me because
Yeah.
she doesn't think I listen.
Maybe that's true.
So
We don't see each other a ton though. In the
we do. We have
evenings.
dinner every night.
Yeah, we do have dinner every
In the
night. But
morning,
that's not
most
just us. We
mornings.
talk about the kids with the
Yeah.
kids. We have dinner with the kids every single night,
Yeah,
which is
most
good.
mornings.
But we're not like, yeah, most mornings.
I mean, most mornings I'm running, then I come back, then 7 to 8.
good.
You're right. All right. So what's going on?
What's
How's your
going
week
on?
been?
My week's been pretty slow, like I don't know, slow is maybe not the right word, but just nothing new, nothing exciting. Which I'm happy for. I'm happy to have like very routine, not much happening. I'm happy.
Yeah, I know you're. Mine has been packages coming.
Oh yeah, Amazon packages
I got
coming
my
every
new-
day.
I got my new.
oh, dang.
Look at those.
Those suckers right there, huh?
Look at those boots.
Zoom.
Put it up. There you go.
There you go. They're La Sportiva.
Yeah, those are your hiking boots,
are
right? Your
my-
Everest boots.
So these are gonna be that's gonna go to Lobuche. So we
is
hike
that?
in regular boots for most of the hike, and Lobuche is a 20,000 peak.
So you go up the mountain and
We go up the mountain and we get to 17,000, and then we hike up to a tent. We sleep in a tent. Get up at that's when we talked about last time. Get up at 1 o'clock in the morning. We make the summit. We put we get the little spikes, crampons to put on there.
Crampons are like
Spikes.
spikes you put on your shoes. So it's like a little, it's like a,
It's like a tire. It's like a put on your tire. Like you
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
put like
okay.
chains on your tire. You
Yeah.
put spikes on your feet.
okay.
That grips you into the mountains. So yeah,
Ugh.
there's be snow.
I don't ever want to be anywhere that I need crampons
Everything
on my
I've been
feet.
talking about, she's been like not liking. Like she doesn't want the deli belly. Then there's a cough that you
What's
get.
deli belly? Like
Deli belly is like when
Bad
you get intestinal.
digestive stuff. Yeah. Nope. No thanks.
It's common from the common just in that
And
area.
you get a cough from all the dry air at altitude.
Yeah.
No thanks.
You get-
You got to wear 1,000 layers of clothes. We get Amazon packages every day of new layers, base layer, top layer.
but not heavy.
17 jackets came so you could choose one.
Well, that was
No
a good
thanks.
thing.
That was cool.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It was like Amazon has a new try it before you buy it.
I'm not sure how new it is, but it's new to you.
New to me, and I was like, that's kind of nice because I just ordered
You ordered 7 or 6 or
yeah,
7.
You only could
jack-
order up to 6. I ordered
Oh.
5, and I was
Okay.
2 different types. One was a different type, but then 2 were the same but different sizes and different colors.
So you could basically do your
Yeah.
trying on at home so you don't have to drive to a store and do it. Yeah. Worked out.
Yeah.
You
So-
picked one.
Picked one. We'll see how it's gonna be.
You have your gloves. You have your
Got my
hiking
gloves,
boots. You
got
have
my
your
hiking boots.
Lobuche mountain climbing boots. Do you have a hat? What hat are you wearing?
I do have a hat. I have a couple hats. Yeah, I have a hat. I have a gator thing.
For your neck?
What do you call that? What's the neck thing called?
I don't know. Neck warmer?
Neck warmer. Yeah,
I don't know what you call it.
I have that. My metal kit's ready.
You're doing good.
Like you said,
Backpack?
you're happy that I've been packing more.
I
than,
know. You're way more prepared for this than most anything I've ever seen
Okay.
you prepare for.
Yeah, but everything else is like I'm going to L.A. How prepared do I need to be in L.A.?
Oh,
how
no.
prepared do I need to be to go to Cancun?
yeah. Right. I see what you're
There's
saying.
no place I go to that I have to actually be
Be prepared for. You just throw some
Do I
clothes
have
in
a credit card
and you
and
just,
my ID.
yeah.
That's it.
Throw some clothes in a bag. You're good.
I'm going away and usually we're gone for 4 days.
Yeah. So you're going for 20 days,
Now,
21
Vegas
days.
doesn't take much to prepare for.
Yeah.
You know.
And there's probably not much shopping there, right? You can't pick up a whole lot while you're there.
Well, so in Nepal, we'll be in Nepal. You can pick up. So we're in Nepal for 2 days. So there
Good.
we can.
Kathmandu.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Kathmandu in Nepal. Yeah. it's
So
in
that's the
Nepal.
city.
Yeah, that's the city. So
Okay.
we're in there for 2 days, and then there are I think the tea houses are like little. They have some shopping. They do say there is stuff.
Is it like souvenirist shopping or is it like essentials shopping?
Essentials.
Essentials. Okay.
Like, I think all the way as you go up, you can buy stuff, but as you get up higher and higher,
It's more expensive.
More
Heck
expensive.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
They're no dummies.
Yep. So if you lose something, I mean, there's some capabilities of getting things, but
Yeah.
yeah, I got to get I've been trying to get all the financial stuff done and getting that.
What does
ready.
that mean?
Well, I have to pay them. They want cash, so I have to.
Oh,
But I'm not.
Oh.
I told them I'm not bringing cash. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not bringing that much cash.
yeah.
That's too expensive. It's literally for 20 days. Was $2,800.
Okay.
So that included food, not the one to go over there, but from Lucala, from Kathmandu to Lucala, that airplane ride
Okay.
and back.
Okay.
Plus,
They should pay you to take that plane, by the way.
Yeah. So
That's a
I'm
scary
excited
ride.
about that.
I have no way.
I mean, I think I'm gonna be scared because I don't.
It's a
I do
small
get
little
the
plane. It's windy. It's between mountains. It's
It's gonna be
dangerous.
juice.
It's awful.
It's gonna. They say
No.
it's like, and who knows? I bet I'll have like a smooth one.
I wouldn't risk it if it were me. 'Cause
So-
I am not a. Mm-mm.
So it includes 3 meals, our guide,
It's really pretty reasonable.
all the
I
permits.
guess. Well, how many people are going to pay money to go do what you're doing anyway?
Well, I think. Well, you could. I looked it up online. I was like, can I do it? You could do it for probably $1,000
Without a guide?
Yeah, without a guide.
Yeah,
And it's
I don't
actually-
think that's very smart.
you're just hiking. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think it's kind of like
Why not go with somebody who knows what they're
yeah,
doing?
knows what they're doing. Talk. They can inform us of stuff and
Yeah.
yeah. So $2,800 and it's $1,300 to fly
fly
over.
there.
$1,400 with taxes.
Yeah.
$1,400 to fly over. And they're saying tips and all that is probably gonna be another $500.
Yeah.
A porter, I have a porter is $400.
Okay. So
Um,
really,
17 days, so he gets paid $26. So if you think you got it rough, 26, and he's not even going to get that. I guarantee the company gets.
can you tip him more separately?
Yeah.
Is that like somebody?
yeah.
Is
So
somebody telling you
tipping-
all the customs and all that?
Nobody's telling me, but I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
you're looking it up.
Yeah.
Somebody's telling
Yeah.
you. The internet's telling you.
The internet's telling me.
The internet's telling
The
you.
Google.
The Google is
Google.
telling
The
you
Google's telling me.
how to tip and how to. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not very. It was never customary. It's just starting to be as more tourists are going over there. So there
Man,
was no
that's
tipping. So
crazy.
now that's a big part. Is so they say like I was asking, do you tip in U.S.? Do you tip? A lot of them
Yeah.
say to tip in for the porters, and then there's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be
Which currency to tip?
a
in?
currency to tip in, and they
good
said pretty much
question.
U.S. dollars is good. But what I read on the one said to tip
What's the money called there?
ruble, the Nepalese. You don't.
Nepalese?
Have you ever watched? You probably haven't watched it either. You're not a movie guy either. Are you a movie guy?
Yeah, I mean, probably not to the extent
Something
of
about
you.
Mary.
Oh, that's an old one. He wouldn't watch that.
Dante watches so many. I'm telling you,
Really?
he's watched
A 14-year-old watches?
goofy stuff like that. Like he just
Yeah.
watched something. I was like, "You watched that?" He goes, "Yeah." I
Yeah.
forget what it was, but
He just watched some MMA movie.
Yeah,
old
that
school
was
MMA
that's like
movie.
that's all 2000. But no, he's watched he watched all the Happy Gilmores, but yeah. But anyways,
There's more than one Happy Gilmore?
well, Happy Gilmore is like the production company.
Oh,
Adam
yeah,
Sandler's.
Yeah. Adam Sandler's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Madison.
Happy Madison. Sorry, yeah.
Happy
I'm an Adam
Madison.
Sandler guy.
Are
I
you
love-
He
really?
hates Adam. You don't hate him, but she don't
I
like him.
love him as a person. I think he is a great guy. He's known, him and his wife have been married forever. He's known to be very charitable, very nice guy.
With all
When
his
I
buddies
see
in the-
him
in
out
the,
of character, I really like him. I just don't love his movies.
I think his movies are great.
I know. I know that I'm the exception to the rule there.
You're being
They're
a
all the
hater.
same. It's all the same
am
buddy.
an-
It's
I
great.
am an
'cause
exception.
It's just him
I
buddy.
get it.
He gets all his buddies in his movies.
I know.
That's the thing that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, but I don't know.
Oh, Tim Smith's on. Hey,
Hey,
Timmy.
Tim. So yeah, so what happened is I don't know why I went to to something about Mary, but in that movie, there is an architect in Nepal. And
Okay.
it's all these dang Nepalese rupees, and that's
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what it is. So I gotta get some of that money. Oh, yeah, I think I'm ready. I think I got my water. I decided maybe this is gonna be a good decision or bad decision, but I'm gonna use water purification tablets instead of buying bottled water.
We'll see.
It's all because of you,
What do you mean because of me?
because you're recycle
I know.
environment.
Be
and
nice to the environment.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think they say it's a lot. Like I don't, but they say people.
Are you risking the deli belly?
I think I could be risking the deli belly. If I
You
get
might
the,
have a digestive issue.
if I get the deli belly, I'm gonna.
You're gonna
curse
blame
you.
me.
Got my satellite phone yesterday. Hopefully that's gonna be delivered on time. I put it tight because I was cheap. I didn't want. I put it on the day before,
Okay.
so we could be in.
Satellite phone.
So you'd be in communication.
Okay. All right.
I don't think I need anything else. I think I'm pretty.
You're set.
Few more things. I need some duct tape.
There's like 6
Well,
rolls
but
of
that's
duct
heavy.
tape
I
over
don't
there.
want like a big.
Okay.
I need like the either put it onto something. Hello, Brandy. I had to put it on something or find a smaller roll.
Yeah. Brandy says that's Jonathan. He's a prepper. He'll have 1,000. He'll have all the ideas for you. Yeah.
Well, I pretty much. I mean, everything. I've watched tons of videos, looked at stuff like what the. There's a lot of people that bring more stuff than they need, and
Right.
they're like one thing. A lady's like, she brought shampoo. It's like you're not gonna wash your hair.
Shampoo.
You're taking a lukewarm shower. You got to pay for it. And I was like, I'm not gonna take a shower. I figure I'm not gonna shave.
Take soap for your body or no?
No.
You don't use soap. You can have like one little bar of soap.
What am I gonna do with that?
You're not gonna wash your body.
No. I mean,
Wait, how many days is this?
2020.
Only?
20 days without a shower.
What do you need a shower for? God didn't put
You're
showers.
gonna
on
all
there.
gonna smell really.
I'm gonna get in.
bad.
There's 2 spots where you can go into the lakes. I'm gonna go in the lakes.
Are you gonna shower
Should get
before
to
you
do the
get on the
cold.
airplane to come home?
In Nepal there's a hot shower.
Okay. I think you should shower before you get on the airplane.
I probably will.
Those
I don't
poor
think
people.
you're gonna smell.
Brandy has a good idea. Wipes.
Oh, there you go.
I got wipes. Yeah.
Military
I told you,
shower.
I got the mint.
Yeah. Oh, he got the mint.
I got the mint. I'm
scented
gonna have one mint
ones.
one every night. It's gonna be my
Your splurge.
nice splurge.
That's good. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be
So this is actually our last shine before you leave for Everest.
yeah, because you're gonna be gone. Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah, she leaves.
I
Yeah.
leave next Thursday
We got a little
morning.
break
I'm
while
going to the
Oh,
beach.
that's messed
Well,
up.
we gotta try it. We should try. I'm telling you, I think we could try if I can at least call in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be fun
We'll try it.
because it is. What time is it in Kathmandu right now?
Let's find out.
Let's find out. It's
Yeah.
9. We said 9 or 10 hours ahead.
So I think it's about 11 o'clock at night. So
No, it won't be that late. I think it's more like
How do you
9.
spell Catman?
K-A-T.
Oh, there it is.
going to Kathmandu.
9:14.
Yeah, 9:14. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird time. It's a 45
Why
minutes.
is Kathmandu 15 minutes off? It's 15 minutes off of everyone else. Like it's
16 minutes.
16. Why?
Oh,
That's
no,
so
it's
weird.
it's a weird. I forget what it is. There is some reason that
Oh,
they
plus 5 hours and 45 minutes.
in 45 minutes. It's 40. Yeah, so it's
Why
not.
is that?
I don't know. They did. There's some reason they did it.
It's
yeah.
not solid on the hour like every other time zone. That's weird. I've
So
never seen that
means-
before.
So it's 9.
Oh, yeah,
so we would
plus
do it
5 hours and 45 minutes.
at 9 o'clock my time. My time there.
Yeah.
I can just go outside and get on the phone
9 o'clock.
and call in. So we have to figure out how to call in.
Okay.
Yeah, we can make it work.
Do I need to have a phone in here, or what do you think I need to do?
No, you could just zoom it, and I could do everything from here
How do I zoom? Oh,
on your phone. Do you have?
I won't have my. It's I have to dial.
I
The
think
satellite phone is just a phone.
Or if you can call me from here, that's even better. If she can call me from her phone, can you patch in her phone into?
Yeah, we can make that work. Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
you really need to do. Yeah, you
So
call
we
in.
can hear you. Obviously, we're not going to see you.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, actually that would that would work. We could call. He call your phone, and then we can connect to this all Bluetooth.
Okay.
And we could hear you.
Okay.
And I can hear her. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You could hear us all.
That'll be cool.
So we're shying that way. Good.
All right. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like over there.
So next
hear
week,
about it.
you'll be, what time you fly out?
Early.
Yeah, what time you land?
11:30.
Okay. Good. All right. You'll be in the car, right?
Yeah.
Did you already set?
No, I need to work on that. I don't have a solid plan yet for my transportation. I'm working on it.
You better get that.
I
'Cause
know.
Maybe that we could do, even that, we'll talk about that because I could meet here and we
Next
could
week.
call you
Okay.
in,
Oh, well,
Yeah.
call me and we
Yeah.
could test it out.
test it out.
Okay.
So.
I'm good for that.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Everest is interesting. I'm a little nervous, a little more nervous on, like, altitude sickness than anything.
Yeah. So you got your prescription for Diamox,
Yeah.
which is to
I'm
help
more
you
worried
with.
about, like, them saying I got something and I got to, like, listen to them.
You better listen to the medical
I
team.
already said I
yes.
would.
You have to
Already-
listen to the medical team.
I already, you heard me get into, so leads us right into our topic of the
Discussion.
day,
There it is.
Yes.
which is self-care.
Self-care.
I am not
Nick is
good.
terrible
I'm not
at.
great at self-care.
How do you think you're great at self-care?
Is that a good question?
That's a great question. It starts with a how. How are you great with self-care?
I am great with self-care because I take care of I like
Because I take care of myself.
and
Nailed
I
it.
don't listen to
There's
like
a-
I don't listen to all the shit that goes in my head sometimes, and I take care of it that way.
You just
I-
maybe ignore it.
I put it
Ignore
down,
it.
I shove it down real deep.
So we got a good list. I think we don't always do this, but you got a really good list here. I think we should go one by one of our 10 things for self-care, and you can just rate yourself. How about that? You rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10.
All right, and you and everybody out there, you
And-
can do the same. So
yeah.
here's the thing: let's define self-care. So you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
You go first.
I can define my self-care. Yeah, what I feel like self-care is.
Yes.
Self-care is like not ignoring the little pains and like having a little downtime, taking care of yourself so you're not so you exercise, you eat good, feel good, do things that feel good.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up in all the little stuff that aches and pains. Don't get all worried. And
I
that,
think it's good. Like, what makes you feel good?
yeah, what makes
What
you
makes
feel
you feel good?
It's so
I think that's a simple answer.
Sometimes it's being easy on yourself. Self care
Yeah.
is if you want to watch a movie, watch a movie. If that's
Yeah.
your, I remember talking to Bird, and Bird's like, "What do you do with your downtime?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Well," I said, I typically watch TV, but I like to watch things that I've watched 1,000 times.
Right. Why is that?
It's like a meditation.
Because you don't have to think. You don't have to pay
think about it.
attention. You
Yeah, I
don't
don't have to pay attention. I know where it's at. I'm
Yeah.
not, you're not really invested in it. So if you drift off and you're thinking about something else, you're not.
Doesn't matter.
You don't have to rewind the damn thing. That's the
Yeah.
worst. Is when I'm thinking about stuff and all of a sudden I realize I haven't paid attention the last 10 minutes. What the hell are they talking about? It's kind of it's like we're watching The Crown, right? Freaking The Crown, 3 seasons in, and we're way behind. So I know if you ever listen to this, yes, The Crown has been for probably 10 years.
It takes us forever to watch.
I don't know how long
a
has The Crown
series.
been out. Probably a
I don't
while.
know. It's been a long time.
We're
I
like
think.
the
We just finished
we
season
watch
2.
stuff way after it's been popular.
Yeah.
We're not very good at
The current stuff.
No, we got caught up with Yellowstone. That was the only one that we were good with. But so we're way behind the.
We just started season 3 on the
This
Crown.
started 3, and they switched everybody.
Yeah, all the characters, the
Like
actors for each position changed for each character. So the
that, like,
queen is now a
ruins
different
it.
person.
it's weird.
The
Yeah, it's-
king or the prince is now a different person.
Yeah.
The sister's a different person.
Almost
And
everybody's
it's almost everybody.
You're like, who is that? And
Except Winston Churchill stayed the
Winston
same.
He stayed the same, but he has died, so we lost him. But
Yeah.
But other than that, it was literally.
It was a little adjustment.
It's
Like
weird.
everyone's
It's
different.
we talk about soap opera, right? We always talk the soap operas are the best because I could watch Young and the Restless right now, and I could be caught up in one thing because when they talk about people, they say their name.
Is Young and the Restless still on TV?
I think it is.
Wow.
Devin's gonna look it up. So you think
That
about
would
it,
be
it's
interesting.
like we said, Nikki, my wife,
Yes.
or Nikki, my ex-wife.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
They say it
Right.
like that, so you kind of know who is it, and they would have stand-ins. Remember, they would have. Is this still on?
Oh yeah, but they would still say it. I don't know. 1973 it started. 50 seasons.
I think it's still
think it's
rolling.
still
Yeah,
rolling.
it has. This is
We should
new.
watch it
I
one
guarantee
time
if we
just
watch
to
it,
see.
I guarantee we'll be caught up in a
Yes. Victor
Victor,
and
my
Nikki.
husband, my boyfriend. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's
They didn't
good.
do that. They just went in like you knew who.
Well, it was pretty obvious who the queen is and who her husband is. All right, let's go back.
But anyways,
Back on self-care.
So what's your definition of self?
Just that. Just what makes you feel good. But also what's smart for your physical health, for
but-
your mental health, for your
but
so it's
being-
not going to be the same for everybody. It doesn't have to be the same for everybody,
It
but
could be temporary feel good. You know, eating a box
yeah, right.
of Milk Duds
Makes
I
you feel good.
for about a minute.
And
I'm
then
like,
you feel
"Oh my God,
miserable.
My stomach hurts and it hurts all night.
So like
So, you know what I'm saying, Devin?
Yeah.
let's support your physical health, your mental health,
Not
your
doing all the- just the-
relationships, just like taking care of
But the some
you.
stuff doesn't feel good. Like running, I don't like.
But it's good for your body.
Good for my body, and I feel good. Like
You do feel good. You just said you feel good
afterwards,
afterwards,
I'm
right?
done. 'Cause
So
I
it
don't-
doesn't have to be like, yeah, feels great the whole time.
Yeah, because people think like, well, I don't run because it hurts, or
Yeah.
I don't lift because it hurts.
This
or-
says has to improve your quality of life. So I think that's good.
Okay.
Maybe a good position.
So some of the misconceptions, I think, some things like we said, I think people put in the feel good. Oh, it feels good to eat this cheeseburger.
No, I don't think people do that.
Oh, they do too.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think they think that,
Me is on
but
my
do you
side.
think that eating a cheeseburger is self-care?
Some people think that.
You think?
I know they justify it. You don't think people justify
Oh
it?
yeah.
I think they justify
I
it.
mean, I think
not
most
saying- I don't think
addicts
it's good.
can. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's good, but addicts can justify. Like
But it's justified.
I can justify eating whatever I want when I'm sad, and when I'm
Yeah.
happy, and when I'm
Yeah.
anxious.
Okay.
No, it's still it can be it's destructive.
Right.
Right.
That's true. Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
so I don't think.
So
it
this
is.
says it's essential for overall wellness.
Yeah.
So it has to have that maybe lens. It's good
Yes.
for your overall wellness,
Yes.
physical health, mental health, spiritual health. Yes. Okay.
All right. Number
Okay.
one.
So that's good. That's good. Mindfulness and meditation. What would you rate yourself?
So mindfulness.
Mindfulness and meditation.
Talk
So
to me about that. So tell me what do you mean by that?
mindfulness, okay, so meditation is purposely sitting in quiet. You don't have to chant, but you can. Sitting quietly.
Chant. You do chant.
Sometimes I chant. It's okay.
It's so funny.
He thinks it's hysterical. Anyway, sometimes you can chant. You don't have to chant. But the most important thing about meditation is that you're quiet. Your mind is quiet and you're sitting in quiet, no distractions. And the more you do that, the better you get at it.
Which show? Oh, we just watched Kung Fu Panda 4. That's when I meditate. That's what happens. I got all these things. Remember the
That's
things kept on
normal.
popping up?
That's normal to start.
But you just said that it's supposed to be quiet. It's not
Well,
quiet in
But
there.
it's not going to be quiet every single time. It's not going to be quiet when you first start. It's a practice. You have to get better at
Do
it.
people really have no thoughts? Do you think?
Yes.
Really? Do you?
Sometimes.
Seriously?
Seriously.
No thoughts. Like when
No
you're not
thoughts.
sleeping. You fall asleep too. That doesn't count.
Well, ideally, I think meditation should be done sitting up.
But I'm saying sleeping doesn't count.
No, sleeping doesn't count.
Okay. Man.
So mindfulness.
I don't think I've
is,
ever had like a quiet moment in my head.
I know. I think that's why Everest is going to be great for you. I think you're going to have quiet moments in your head.
I won't.
You have to.
You know how much self
You're gonna
No.
get super quiet up there. It's gonna be great for
I
you.
don't know, but you know what though? Because I mean, don't get me wrong. I walk. We won't talk that much. It'll be pretty much like Grand Canyon. It's funny because like when Bird said, we didn't even talk to each other.
Yeah.
Not much because you're kind of in your own head and you're like I like Leadville. It's like these conversations. I got the little guy right here and I got this guy and this guy saying, man, you're really tired. Like, can you really make it? And this guy's saying, shut up. I can make it. And this guy is saying, well, what if you don't make it? And this guy's going over there. And I'm like, oh
So
my God.
glad I don't live in that head.
Like, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of talk. Like, but it's quiet. But it's fun. I do feel better when I go for long hikes or runs.
Yeah. Because you get to the point where your mind is actually a little
You're
bit
right.
quiet.
Yeah, maybe when you get so tired, I think it does.
Yeah.
At the end of Leadville,
Well, I don't know about tired, but you can get to a point where your mind is quiet.
Okay. So how would I rate myself? This is 0 to 10.
So mindfulness is also like being in the moment. Mindfulness is paying attention to what you're doing while you're doing it, not thinking of 10,000 other things while you're doing the task you're doing. That's mindfulness and meditation. They have it all in one here.
And this is a 0 to 10?
0 to 10. 10 is you're great at it. 0 is you don't do it ever.
Probably 3.
3. I'd say that's fair for you.
Yeah. Well, because you kind of got me on the like, I'm present, but I got a lot of things going on. Like, all right.
I mean, you're physically present. That's not mindfulness.
Okay.
Mindfulness is your mind is present with your body.
All right. How you rate yourself?
I would say probably a 7 or 8. I think I'm really good at that.
Overachiever.
But that's
Devin?
important to me. I think it's really important to me. So I feel better.
That's good.
What do you think? What would you rate yourself?
Probably a 3. I'm the same.
Yeah.
My brain is all over the place.
Always going somewhere.
Yeah.
It is a practice to get better. Just like running. You didn't run
No,
a
you're right.
marathon in your
Yeah.
first week. You have to run a quarter mile, then a half a mile, then you have to start and build up and get used to it.
I think
The
you know
same
where
thing.
I do have some quiet is in the cold. That sometimes I think is
Ooh, that's even better for Everest.
yeah.
Why?
Because I think in the cold you don't like.
Oh,
you
in the
just-
cold, like when you do cold plunges?
Yeah, cold plunges.
Oh,
Yeah, kind of like wipes your brain out.
Yeah. I would wipe my brain
Some
out
guy
for sure.
just saw that too in the cold plunge. It's funny, like they were It's funny how people bash everything. They're bashers saying that you're killing yourself because you're actually putting your body into shock, and like it's making you older.
Yeah.
Some idiots
The
said that on
science
a
says
podcast. See, that's the
differently.
problem with these podcasts, you know. If you listen to this, yeah, I called you an idiot. So
Hey.
sorry, that's not.
All right.
That wasn't nice.
Next is nourishing your body. So this is nutrition, hydration, sleep. This exercise is separate. So this is nourishing your body. Nutrition, hydration,
So-
and sleep.
I'm like okay with nutrition. My problem is I'll eat bad things here and there.
Well, what here and there
I mean,
is it 80% good
No,
nutrition
I'd say
or
20. I'd say I'm like 30% bad nutrition.
okay. So you're a little out of the realm. You should be
Like,
10 to 20%.
but it'd be like I'd be really good, and I'm a sugarholic. If I don't do
You're
it,
an
I'm
all or
good.
nothing.
Yeah. I think I'm
So it's
really
no
good.
milk duds or the whole box of milk duds.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hydration, I'm not good at.
Okay.
I've been drinking a lot of coconut water, which I like. Sleep, I'm really good at.
You have made
Sleep has been my
tremendous
yes.
improvements in your sleep in the last several years. Yeah.
Yes, that has been my. I'm like a
You used to
I'm like a
stay up
9 out of
late and
10.
get up early. I would
Yeah.
say your sleep is probably a 9 out of 10.
yeah. I'm on point on that because I do. I
Hence
feel
the
like
8:30 bedtime.
Yeah. Well, I used to be like
You used to stay up late and get up early and run on no sleep
there's this guy
and
named
lots of caffeine.
Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. He did a thing called the "Bad as You Want to Breathe." That kind of got him viral and popular. So he's like awesome. I mean, he's done a lot of big things. Done NBA stuff, football stuff,
Motivational speaker.
motivational. Yeah, motivational guy.
He's
And
also a
what's it?
pastor, I think.
He
yeah,
might
well,
be. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they call him hip. I don't know
Hip-hop
if he's a
preacher.
pastor or not. He might be.
He's
is
done a
doctor.
lot of work
He's
in a lot of
doctor.
churches.
But he came from nothing, low income, worked
a
his
doctorate
way,
degree.
Has a
Yeah.
doctorate degree.
Yeah. Very
Um,
smart guy. Very motivational guy.
So his big thing was getting up at 3:00 in the morning. Like you got to get up, sleep when you're dead. Sleep, get up at 3. Get up at 3. It's like the energy that no one else is up. You're the first. You're the first. So I went through this period of like, all right, I can do that. So I'm up at 3:00. I'm going to bed at midnight. Sometimes 1:00 in the morning. 10 at the earliest would be maybe 10:30, 11 would be like the earliest. And I'm getting up at 3 every day, and I'm getting certain hours. I get sick. I get sick, and I'm like, so we ended up. We hired him, and we brought him in to Tiffin, and we flew out to get him, and had a little 2-hour talk. He was awesome, and so we fly in and pick him up, and he's got 2 of his guys and Shayna. Then we have one of our top producers was with us, and so we fly home, and I'm sitting next to. We rented a little charter plane from Tiffin Air, and sitting next to him. So I'm like, so I got an hour, it's about 45 minutes.
You're just sitting right next to him, having a conversation.
Talk to him. I'm like, all right, dog, I got to ask you a question. I'm like, this 3:00 in the morning thing is killing me. I'm like, how because he's about a little older than me. That time I was probably 10 years ago, you think?
It was 2014, so it was exactly 10 years
Yeah, so
ago.
10
It
years
was
ago. So
May
I
of
was
2014.
45, and he's probably 48 to 50-ish.
He's
probably-
older than you?
Yeah, I think he's older than me. I think
Okay.
he's close. And I'm like, it's the same age. I'm like, dude, how do you do that? I go, what time you go to bed? He goes, dog, I go to bed at 8:00. I'm like, you go to bed at 8? I'm like, I'm going to bed at 1. He goes, no, I don't go to bed at 1 o'clock. I'm getting my 8 in, bro. You got to stay healthy. And I'm like, And that's when it hit me. I was like,
You gotta get your sleep in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and really, it's funny. He's like, yeah, no, if I go to bed at 7, I'll go to bed at 7. Like,
Yeah.
And that's true. And I really started to focus on my sleep. And I was like, okay, no matter what, I'm trying to get that 7. So I'm good with that. But
So sleep is 9 out of 10. Nutrition, hydration.
I'm I'd say 6.
Okay. That's not bad. I'd say that's
Yeah.
good. Fair. I'd say it's fair. I don't know if it's
Fair.
good. I'd say it's
I would
fair.
say an average overall nourishing the body, I would give myself a 6
Okay.
total. It's at
All right.
7, 6 to 7, 6.5.
6.5. Okay.
6.5.
Okay. Should I be writing mine down? You're writing yours down.
I'm writing yours down.
Oh, you
Okay,
are.
What are you?
I'd say
You're
8
like a
or 9.
9. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, you're probably 9.
I'm probably a 9. I'm actually really good at all that stuff.
Devin?
Probably a 3.
Yeah.
honestly.
We got to work on that.
Hey,
Evan.
sleep when you're dead.
Oh, you got to
We're
sleep.
getting you on the program. We're
Gotta
gonna get you on the
sleep.
program here.
I'm really good at that. That's easy for me.
Okay.
Next is movement and exercise.
You're a 9 out of 10.
Me?
You exercise a lot.
I would say yes, but that's not natural for me.
No.
So I have to have a trainer. I have to show up for a class. I have to, like, if I don't have those external supports for exercise, I pretty much just do yoga and walk, which is okay, but it's not, I would never lift a weight without a trainer. And that's just, I would never do a HIIT exercise without somebody telling me what to do.
Yeah.
Because that's just, I don't love it. So I do it. I know it's good for me, and I know it's great for my health, and I like the results I get, but so I need external support for movement and exercise for sure. So I do have a good number, but that comes with outside help for sure.
Yeah, but it's still a good number.
It's still a good number, but I don't want to, like,
I would
the
say
nutrition stuff for me, I don't need help with that. I'm good at that naturally. It comes easy.
well, you're still.
but
I mean,
the exercise
you're
is
consistent.
not.
But you did yoga. You've always done stuff.
Yeah.
Like
But I've never gone to a gym and lifted weights.
no, right? I don't either.
I've never run on a regular basis without you helping me.
But my problem is, yeah,
On my own, I would do about 30 minutes of yoga 3 times a week and go for a walk 3 times a week, which is
Good.
movement, but it's not a 9.
what do you think I am?
I would say you're probably a 7. And the only reason I would say that is because you run
Right.
consistently, and you run.
Yeah. I do
Consistently.
push-ups.
Oh, you do push-ups? Okay. Maybe I'll give you an
Some
8.
burpees. Sometimes. But here's my
you're-
thing. I'm an event-driven guy.
Yes.
If I don't have an event,
You're not
I
doing
don't
much
do it.
for
I
it,
don't
right?
really like it. I mean, I run with Judge Meyer. I like doing that. We do that 2 or 3 times. But if it's like, if we don't have a race, we're kind of a little bit more. It's raining out.
But
It's
if he's
like-
signed up for a race with his son, or if
Yeah,
you're
if
signed
we're-
up for
yeah.
a race, you guys are way more consistent.
but I
So
would
that's
say
similar. You're better with
I'd say
external
8,
support.
7, 8. Yeah,
I
out
would
of
say
10.
for sure.
Would you say you were?
Well, I said I was a 7, and you bumped it up for
I
me.
think you're
So
8 out of 10. Devin, 3.
3 or 4.
Really?
Well, so with work, I have to walk a ton. Like I'm not. It's pretty rare I get under 10,000 steps every day.
okay.
But
So
again,
that's more than a 3 or 4 then.
I don't count though.
Why not?
'Cause it don't count.
10,000 steps a day is a lot of movement.
I'm getting paid to exercise. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, I need to be better though. I'm the same way. It has to be intentional. I have to be with somebody to
Yeah.
really push myself.
Yeah. Me too. 100%. I'm not a natural exerciser. I admire the people at the gym who they show up every day, they have their notebook, they're following their plan, and even at the gym right out here, we have many people in their 80s who show up 5 days a week.
Yeah.
It's very inspiring.
Yeah.
I hope that I do that, but I'm going to probably need a friend to show up with me.
Yeah, my dad was a 10.
Your dad was a 10. Your dad was
I'm
probably
trying to get there.
one
I
of the
just-
few
yeah.
10s I've ever known, because he would lift weights, he would swim, he would bike, he would run, he would stretch, he would.
I stretch.
You never stretch.
Did you see that leg up here? I was stretching.
That was your stretch. Showing off your
I think
shoe.
you might have pulled some. I
I
don't know.
know. I think you did. Surprise. You might see him limping when he stands up.
I feel like if I start stretching now, I'm gonna ruin all the goodness I got.
Oh, my goodness. I think that's...
I do wish I was more flexible
You got to work on it.
after Everest.
Little by little by little.
Everything's after Everest.
Everything's after Everest. I know. All right. So movement and exercise, we're both
Okay.
decent on that.
All right. Cultivating
Emotional well-being,
managing stress,
anxiety and negative emotions,
I know what I am.
journaling, gratitude.
Well, okay, but here's the thing now. So managing stress, anxiety, and negative emotions.
Yeah.
I'm like a 9 out of 10.
I would say you're a 9 out of 10 on
Like
that.
that stuff, I'm like, I don't get anxious about much.
Yeah, I'm definitely less than you on that one.
I don't do all the journaling. I don't do the gratitude. I don't do the I do self-compassion, but I don't do any of that because I just don't. I'm like, it's gonna work out. It doesn't matter.
Your whole belief system is that it's going to work out.
Yes.
Yeah.
No matter
You've
what.
always been like that.
No matter what, it works out.
27 years.
Yes.
You've always
And you
had
still
that.
haven't learned that from me.
I know. Why not?
You're-
Why not?
You're like a 3.
I probably am a 3. Maybe not a 3. That might be a little
Well, you
low.
journal gratitude, but I think the problem is it doesn't translate into dealing with your negative emotions, dealing with some
You
anxiety.
don't think so? Do you think I'm like a hot mess all the time?
No, you're not a hot mess at all. I'm gonna say you're not a hot mess, but you are hard on yourself. Where's that? Is that
I am
maybe
hard
that-
on
maybe That's
myself.
a different one. Is that somewhere else?
I am very hard on myself. That's on the back, I think. The compassion, self-compassion.
Okay, so we'll
is
leave that.
number-
Okay, good. You journal and you do all that kind of stuff. I don't think you're a hot mess, but
I don't
you're,
think I'm stressed out very often. I wouldn't say I'm an 8 or a 9, but I wouldn't say I'm
No.
a 3. I would say more like maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
5 or 6. I'm decent
5.5.
at 5.5.
No, you're good. You're good at that. But I'm saying like you're good at the journal. I mean, that kind of gratitude. You have all that.
Yeah.
And you're not. It's not a hot mess, but we'll get into the self
We'll get-
compassion.
that's my probably
The
one.
negative emotion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Devin.
Probably a 5. Music's
5.
big.
Music's big.
It's the journaling for
Yeah.
me.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I just don't. I don't know why. I don't know where that came from. I just don't. One of the things. It's not gonna. It works out the way it's gonna work out.
That's great.
Like somebody actually
I
asked
know.
about this. Even like
Even if it
on this plane ride, or there's other stuff. It's like I don't have a fear. Like, are you afraid you're gonna die? I'm like, A, the death factor is very low.
right.
But B, if I die, I'm dead.
You've always said that. If I die, I'm not gonna know, so who cares?
Why am I gonna worry about it? I mean,
I don't know. I can't think like that.
Solid logic.
That does not wake me up at night.
I
don't
don't
feel
know.
like
Like you have no existential dread at all, just like the fear of death or anything like
No.
that.
I don't know. Like, would I be like, if the plane's like shaking? I mean, would you be a little? I mean, would I have natural fear? Yeah, but I don't like. I never. I don't.
But
I've
you don't
never,
worry about it before that comes.
I've never like thought. I don't know. I've never really. Like dying does not even bother me a little bit.
Yeah.
'Cause I
You've
feel
always
like,
been that
I
way.
feel like my father's taught me. I feel like I've lived a great life, and if I went tomorrow,
Yeah.
I have the woman of my dreams. I have my great kids. I got a great family. I got all, you know what I mean? Like I've done a lot
Yeah.
at 55 years old. Like you'll be taken care of. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't have any, my kids. So I'm like, it doesn't worry me. I mean, it's
I
like,
mean, I can think all of those things and still not be completely okay with it. Like,
and it's okay. I mean, that's okay. It's, me, I just don't have that in my,
I know
my
you've
DNA.
never had
I just
that.
don't have, my dad didn't either.
Really?
My dad never talked about like worrying about dying and worried about like,
Yeah.
if I die. He always said, if I died, same thing, if I died tomorrow, which happened to him, I mean, it was like literally, I mean, he's like, I lived a great life and you know what? It is what it is. It's like cool. I guess I'll take that on, yeah.
That's smart, I guess. It was way smarter
My
than
mom-
worrying
my
about
mom,
it,
yeah.
but it's not easy to take on if you don't have it naturally, I
No.
think.
No, but I think you can, I mean, the same thing. I think I think fear is good because fear can help us
Make better choices.
make better choices. I do think there's a healthy amount, but I think some people like have this, like they, like honestly, they sleep and they think about it a lot. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what are you doing that you're going to have to worry about? Well, nothing, but what happens if, I'm like, I don't know. That to me is weird. I just,
I think that's why you can push yourself though, because you can always see the end of it. No matter what pain you're in, you're like, well, obviously it's going to be over eventually.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I get in places where I'm like, this is the end of the world. I want to get out of this, whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's great. I wish I could.
No, I mean it is true. I mean, like the pain doesn't bother. I
When
mean,
he had me training for a marathon, there were definitely long runs where I was like, if I like slip and roll my ankle and break my leg right now and it ends this run, I think I'd be okay with it. Like I was like, whatever it takes to get out of whatever I'm doing right
I
now.
think that.
You think that?
Yeah, I mean, lead drop thought about like I didn't quit.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, yeah, it's a way
Yeah.
of, but I don't act on it. I'll
Yeah.
think it and I'll let it go through, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that kind of sucked. Don't be like that. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like I'll think like the pain.
I mean, I didn't
You
do
know,
anything
you want to
about
be
it.
tired, but then I look at it and I say, it's the same thing. Like, pain always goes away.
But yeah.
That's one of his many voices.
Yeah. So one of his many voices.
I do have a lot of voices.
That's true.
It is one, I know.
That's a good one.
Um,
All right.
setting boundaries and saying no.
I don't know. Let's see what else it says about that. Setting boundaries in relationships, work, and personal life. Saying no when it's necessary to protect your time and energy.
I think
I think we're decent at that.
I think we do a better job of not putting ourselves in a position to get asked. You know what I mean? Like I think if we're, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think we do a good job of we avoid when we know there's going to be an ask, because
Yeah.
we're old enough now that we know that when people want you to join things and do stuff, it's like,
Yeah.
if you know they're calling you, you're getting a call for to join this and that.
Then
So
you
it's gonna,
prepare ahead of time.
Yeah.
And yeah.
and you're kind of like, you know what I mean? But
Right.
I don't think that we.
I think we're both decent at that. Right. Yeah. 6, 7, 7, 7. Okay.
Devin.
Probably 4. It's kind of hard when you're like, I feel like when you're starting a career,
Yes.
it's like you can never say no.
Yes.
It feels that way,
Right.
And that does benefit, but sometimes you can say yes to so many things where like it ends up hurting you.
Yes. 100%.
It's kind of hard to figure out that balance of like, what's my worth, but also I'm so new to this. What can I really
what
ask
can
for?
I ask for? And then what is like putting my time in so that I'm learning so that I can bring more value and be worth more in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he first started chiropractic, he had like second shifters.
Never
So
said
they
no.
worked, he never said no as a
Terrible.
chiropractor. Never, ever, ever. So he had second shifters. They would work, 3 to 11. He'd get up at 11 o'clock at night or stay up till midnight just to meet them at the office to get adjusted.
But
which
then,
was-
And then
But then sometimes, Saturdays,
they
Sundays,
call me. And then the bad thing is like half those
sometimes they would
people-
not show
They
or
wouldn't
they
show,
would,
but most of those people that you did that stuff for, then all of a sudden they're going to some other chiropractor. You know what I mean? There's no loyalty. I remember, I forget
Yeah.
who it was. Somebody was like, whatever. They're like, or I come in on a Sunday and see them. One day I'd be off. I'd be coming in because it hurt so bad. Like, oh, how long you hurt? Oh, it's been hurting for about a month. Why the hell didn't you come in?
why'd you call me on Sunday?
Yeah, so I
when it's
started
been
getting
hurt?
appointed. I'm like, I'm just not.
So boundaries were learned, and I think
Yeah.
that's maybe like over time you can kind of learn and see. Everyone has different thresholds. Where's
Yeah.
the
I learned
What-
and I learned the people that are loyal, I would do stuff for. But then you find out the people that aren't, that I'm just like,
I think
ah.
that's part of boundaries too. Like the people, and that's the relationships. The people that were, if they're, we all have those handful of people. If they call, no matter what we're doing, we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yep. Then you learn
For
if they
sure.
don't do the same, then it's like,
And then you learn, right?
so why am I
Yeah.
bending over backwards? I mean, it's
Right.
like, hey, you always want to do good, but on the same token, if you hurt for 2 weeks, and why does it have to come on a Sunday? Come in
Right.
on a Monday. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't wait
Yeah.
one more
You
day.
leave the family and right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like,
Okay, so that's something. Maybe that's we're better. We are for sure. I'd say we're better with experience, better with age,
Yeah.
with
you'll
boundaries.
get that.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you can't say no. I mean, you got to
Mm.
develop. You got to do it for him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things that like you got an opportunity to do, your profession. There are things you got to learn, and it's like you got to go
You
through
put
some
your
of that.
time in.
Pay,
you
pay your
gotta-
dues. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
you
just
pay
how
your
it
dues.
goes.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right, Devin. This next one, you're gonna beat us both. Creative self-expression. So art, music, writing, dance, creativity.
0.
But what about your dancing? On TikTok, you want to do?
Yeah. See, you could bump it up to a 1.
All right, I'm gonna
For your
go 1.
TikTok
I'm gonna go 1
dances.
for TikTok. Well, if they're gonna pay me $1 million to do TikTok dancing and show my talent, I'm gonna do that.
This is one where I like I'm not great at some of this stuff, but I like it, and I just don't do it enough. Like writing, for sure. Music, I don't make music, but I love to listen to
listening to music, yeah.
Yeah. So even it's just simple things like when I'm home alone sometimes, or if I'm making dinner or whatever, I love putting on music and like dancing around the kitchen. But sometimes I don't do that. Why don't I do that every day? Like just
I like making
don't think-
pasta, putting the Godfather
I know.
station on.
I
That's
know.
awesome.
It's
Art.
awesome.
I did follow I took a class from a woman I met in another class actually. She did creative expression in art, and it was very simple stuff. It was watercolor stuff, but I like that. I did like some stuff with her.
Your son Lewis, he dances.
He's a great dancer. I don't know if he's a great dancer, but he loves to dance. He's not afraid of how he dances at all. He's a dancer.
He's about his creative.
So I would say maybe I'm a 3 or 4, but I would like to make that one better.
Okay, Devin.
9.
That's your
Yeah.
biggest one. All right.
That's your best one. Yeah. That's good. I think that's awesome because, well, they all kind of can affect each other. But I think that one, that a creative self-expression and meditation, I think can be two that like overflow into other areas.
Mhm.
Like very,
Yeah.
like
I'm
it's
just
almost
not
like
good at it.
mind, body, spirit is all inside of the music, and meditation. I think it's the same. Like it's good for mind, body, spirit.
I mean, I like listening to music. I'm a music guy.
Do you listen to music often though?
In the clubs.
Do you?
Yeah.
The clubs.
When you're going out to the clubs, all the time.
yeah.
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 Nutrition clubs.
The nutrition clubs.
You're too young to go to the club.
Yeah. Not a club guy.
What's that from?
That's from The Substitute Teacher, the second one.
There's a movie called The Substitute Teacher.
But there is a movie called that. Yeah.
What?
That was a killing movie, but
Oh.
he was a badass. But no, The Substitute Teacher with Keenan Peele. With
Oh,
A.A. Ron.
Oh, okay.
And the
yeah.
second one where they're like,
Oh yeah.
we have to go to the club.
Oh yeah.
we
It's
have
a
to,
Spanish club or whatever.
What club you in?
Yeah.
A.A.
young
Ron.
to
He
go
goes,
to the
I don't know if
club.
I'm going to say this. That's the best
That
scene.
is funny. That is
Those
funny.
guys are awesome. All right. Connecting to nature.
Connecting to nature.
I would say I'm not as good as I want to be at this. I do think it's like if I lived in Colorado, or I
Yeah.
lived in Nepal.
So how could we make it? Yeah, I agree. I'm not as good as I
I
want to
just
be.
don't like the roads. I don't like the traffic. I don't like people that are out there.
don't like people.
Well, I like people, but I don't
But if
like.
you like, we have a really nice park system in Seneca County, Ohio. We have a really nice park system
It's
within
all
an hour
roads.
drive.
I know I need to drive, but I'm saying like,
No, there's trails.
where's trails? They're paved trails.
Not all of them.
Where?
Yesterday you picked our son up at Tiffin University.
There's some back there.
There's some nice trails back there. There's some trails you could walk to from our house. They're not long miles long worth of
Well, yeah, that's
trails,
what I'm saying.
but
So it's to go on a run on a trail like is.
well, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to go run there. You could just go enjoy nature. That's the difference.
So I'm a 0 then. If that's
You're-
that's the intent.
You're a 0.
Well, if that's the intent.
So you're okay. But hiking, gardening, I do like to garden. I wish
need to
I
go outside.
gardened more.
Yeah, I need to go outside more and like with your bare feet. Some
Yeah.
guy says that connect to the.
Oh, some guy said it. Now it's a great idea. When I said it, I was crazy.
I,
Some guy on Instagram Reels said it, and he's
said
brilliant.
No, I said I would do. I used to do. Remember, I used to walk out in
You
my.
used to walk in the
barefoot.
snow.
And you said that was You're like, I don't know why you do that. I was connecting with nature.
No, you were trying to freeze your feet off and then make them tingle before you came in the house.
No, I was trying to connect with nature.
Were you?
No, okay, I was challenging my head.
Yes.
Like, how long could I stay in
It
that?
had nothing to do with nature. But if you go out barefoot on
So
the
there has to
beach,
be like
in
that's
the
my tough thing is like
sand.
to be out barefoot. My thing and make.
don't have
this
to be
a zen- I don't want to
barefoot.
be a zen moment. Like I don't know if I agree with all that.
What do you mean?
Like I had.
Why can't you just go and like take a walk, go for a hike in the woods for the sake of hiking in the woods?
Do I have to say I'm connecting with nature?
You can say whatever you
Because
want.
that's what I don't want to say. I don't really want to connect with nature. I don't want to say that. I just don't like it. It's so funny.
I know. Why do you have so much animosity? You have like strong animosity about connecting with nature, and I just don't understand that. It's really funny.
It's not a strong. I just don't want. I feel like there's this whole like movement of this mumbo jumbo stuff. Just go connect with nature. Go out, walk outside.
I thought you said you didn't want to connect
I
with
know.
nature.
No,
You don't
I
want
do. I
to.
don't
You don't
wanna
want
say
to
it.
call it.
I don't want to say
connecting
it.
with
I don't
nature.
want to go out there and say I'm connecting. Put on.
You just want to go outside.
Yeah, just go outside.
Okay, go outside
That's
more,
good.
Nick.
I'm good with that. But
Okay.
I think the problem is we're getting into this wave of like I'm connecting with my inner soul, my child person in the nature. No, fucking
My child
take your
person.
shoes, take your
My
shoes
child
off,
person.
take your shoes off, and just do what you gotta do.
Okay.
Like-
But it's also it's also like meditation where you're quieting your mind. You're like that's part of the being in nature. Like the awe inspiring, being at the mountains and being like
I do.
like that feeling.
Okay, I'm gonna have that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to just go walk around and walk somewhere like.
Just be like
Like when I
this
was
is
in- when I
pretty
was in-
amazing.
But the whole Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Not once did I say I'm connecting with nature. I was like, oh, this is really cool stuff.
Yeah. Pretty amazing. But
Yeah.
it's like awe inspiring.
It was
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Being inside the hole and like
Yes.
I'm in the box. I mean, and then walking out of the box was awe inspiring. It was cool.
It was,
like,
it was just as awe inspiring from the top. I'll just tell you that it was
No.
it was just as amazing
no way.
standing on the top, looking down
Not
into
even
it.
close.
Yeah,
You weren't connecting with nature like Nick was.
I
You
know.
don't
I
understand.
must not have
No.
been.
Yeah.
I must not.
I
have
connected
been.
with my inner child in the nature of the. I cried.
You probably did.
I almost did.
I would have cried down
I did.
there.
I did. I didn't cry. Close.
In
A couple times.
at the
On way
Grand
back up.
Canyon
Yeah.
on the way back up.
Back up. It was like, is this really gonna ever end?
Yeah,
And not knowing. That's the thing I don't like. Not knowing as like, is it how many more switchbacks I got? Oh my
you had no
goodness.
idea,
It's like, oh, it's got.
and it was dark, so you couldn't
dark,
see.
You can't see. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my god. But anyways, so
Okay.
how would I rate? I would rate. I agree with this. Like I agree with the being out, and I would say like
In practice, how
In
good
practice.
are you at connecting with
3.
nature? Okay. I would actually say I'm about the same, and I would like to be way better at that.
Kevin.
Do you have to want to be better?
You don't
Like,
have
I
to
don't,
be. You don't have to want to be.
Like,
better.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
you
went to
have
Colorado.
That's a
Getting
really
better.
good question, by the
No.
way.
Like,
It's
I
about
went to
getting better.
Colorado and I saw a mountain and I go, cool. I don't want to see any more mountains, and that's all we saw the rest of the time.
And
I
you're
was
fine with it.
I was so cool. I was like,
Yeah.
that's great. But no, I like
Did you
being
walk
outside.
Up the mountain?
Yeah, we did. We did
you-
a
Want to do it again?
we did Pikes Peak, which was like
Which was awesome. 14.
that was really cool. It was like, but dude, I
You
was
walked up
not.
Pikes Peak?
It didn't make you want
Yeah.
to do
All
all
the way
the
up Pikes
14.
from the bottom up, or did you drive up and then
You
do the-
drove up, and then there was part you couldn't drive up. You had to actually walk up.
Walk up.
But that was a lot.
We'll be there in August.
We are.
It was cool.
Were we-
But like I'm like cool. Now I'd never have to do
Never
it
have
again.
to do it again. Check box.
Yeah, so like probably 2.
Yeah.
See, I could. Oh yeah, I love the mountains.
I know.
I love the mountains.
Dude, everywhere in Colorado, they were like, "Oh, it's only 20 minutes away, 15 minutes," and then it'd be like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
So how would you rate yourself?
2, probably.
So, did you answer his question? Do you have to want to be better?
I don't think you have to want to be better. Although I think in general it's and it doesn't have to be like hiking the mountain, but it might just be like going to the park.
Yeah, I love
Or-
like Cedar Point. I love going to Cedar Point outside.
Does that count?
Does that? Yeah, can
Outside, sunshine, fresh air.
You're
Yes.
going to amusement park. That
I
doesn't
don't
count.
really care. I think outside, fresh
What
air.
if it was barefoot? What if I went
Yeah,
barefoot to Cedar
barefoot.
Point?
No, that would
Yeah.
be that's dangerous.
That'd be-
That's
yeah.
just dangerous. Don't do that.
That's like taking your life in your hands.
Yeah.
It's like swimming in Lake Erie.
Yeah. No, you're right. I do think, and I do like being outside. I just don't like the hot, humid.
We are different people.
We are very different.
You like hot, humid?
I love hot,
No,
humid.
not
I
like
love
that.
it.
It's like literally we get off the planes sometimes in like the places we go, Florida, Cancun, wherever, and it's like, and you just feel you can't breathe because of the
Yeah, it's so
freaking
humid.
thick, humid.
Ah,
She's like, that's what she does right there. And I'm
feels
like,
so
oh my God.
good. I love
What?
it. I love hot, humid. Yeah.
It's because I love my wife. That's why I only reason I go to those places.
Yeah. I love you too, but I'm not going to Everest with you. I'll just send you. You can go by yourself. Find a friend.
I know. Yeah, I know. You wouldn't like it. It's like, it wouldn't be a place I don't want to take you
I wouldn't want to be there. Mm-mm.
because it's going to be miserable.
Yeah, I don't want to be miserable. I'm not very good at being miserable.
No, you're not good at it. No.
I'm not very good at being
You're
miserable.
good. You're good. You're good. But you're not like,
If I had an
you
option.
were, well, during chemo, you were miserable, but you were good then because you didn't complain.
Well, I didn't have an option then necessarily.
But I
Like,
was just
I'm
saying,
not
if you
going
have
to
a-
put myself
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
position
she's
willingly to be
terrible, like, yeah,
miserable.
exactly.
But I had, I mean, I was going through
But I'm saying you did great. Like you
chemo
were
and
not.
radiation and all
You
that.
never
I wasn't.
like complained. You weren't like, oh my, never, none of that. You were like,
Yeah.
you complained more about
being
other
cold.
stuff. Yeah, being cold and this and
Yeah.
like that.
Complain
Like
more
then
about
you
being
did
cold.
how sick you were there. That's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah.
like you're not a self-imposed. Like you don't want to give
I don't-
yourself the deli belly.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't even want to have that as an option. No,
As
thank
she
you.
said, I'm like, yeah, I got to worry about the cough because if you get the deli belly, then you get the cough on top of that. Then that can lead to you got altitude sickness, and it all becomes a problem. The deli belly itself is not a problem. The cough is not a problem by
But
itself.
it's
when
all
you start
happening
to layer
together.
things.
Yeah.
That's when it starts to get bad because then it's a bad, you cough blood, and then she's like, why are you doing? And then it's like, I don't want any of that stuff.
I
I'm
don't
going to
want
worry about a
anybody-
jellyfish, maybe when I'm Hilton Head.
Yeah, I'm
and
good.
that.
Sunburn and jellyfish are my concerns, and I'm happy about it.
All right, here it is.
Here what
This
is.
is yours.
Oh, practicing self-compassion.
I'm a 10 out of 10.
You are a 10 out of 10, and I'm probably a 2 out of 10
Yes.
for real. I'm terrible at that.
Why? And I don't understand it because you do all this work,
I don't
and then
understand
you're
it
such
either.
a bully to yourself.
I don't know. I'm really hard on myself.
Very hard. But it's funny
Mhm.
because you're not hard. You're not about like other things. You're competitive, but you're not really competitive. But you're competitive with yourself if you do as if you were like this type A, like
I
everything has to
know.
be perfect.
I know.
It's like one little mistake or something. Like
Why is
yesterday,
that?
she didn't tell me where Dante was, and then I come home, she's crying because she felt so bad because I was at, and I was not mad. But I was trying
You
to.
sounded mad on the
I
phone.
was no, I had to go because you guys are talking. I'm Dominic. I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to get a hold of you, and I'm like, I feel bad because I'm 10 minutes late, and that the coaches are there,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and I would have been. I was early. I was sitting down at Heidelberg. Like, God, they're not down here. I drive around. I'm like, go to find it, look, and I can't find them. And I
Yeah.
understand, but the point is, she felt so bad yesterday. I'm like, all right, it's not that big of a deal.
I know, but I did feel bad.
But you beat
It
yourself
was
up
like
over
my
it.
fault.
There's a lot of shit that's stuff's my fault. Sorry. Am I allowed to swear? YouTube? Can you-
This,
You're like,
I think you have to wait. Like we're deep enough in where it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
so you don't want to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, stuff. I'm
So,
getting better.
Anyway, I don't know why I'm like that, but I am like that. I'm really
That is a
hard on
bad
myself.
commission. So we have to. How can we work on that through our?
I
So
don't
think
know.
through the meditation and the mindful meditation and the cultivating emotional well-being and putting that with nature. There's your combination.
Yes. Whatever. I just need to get better at that. I don't. I know I do. I'm really, really hard on myself.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Well, self-awareness is the first
step. Self-awareness is the
Hi,
first
I'm Shayna. I'm hard on myself.
Yes,
Can you
all
say that?
the time.
Can you say that?
Hi, I'm Shayna. I'm very hard on myself. Yes, I get it. I know.
There's a little
Self-awareness.
session, we got a we got a session going.
Self-awareness.
That's right.
I know.
Day one, so you can start saying, "I'm gonna give you a little
Yeah.
medallion."
It's the real thing.
I
I
know
hear
it
you.
is.
I know.
I know.
Okay.
That's
All
good.
right. That's
Kevin.
Probably, I compare myself a ton. Like I have a hard
Do
time
you?
doing anything without being like, well, I need to do what they're doing. So I would
not
probably
as
say
good as-
like a 3 or 4.
comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you rate yourself?
1
A 1.
or
Okay.
2. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really bad. I know that's where I'm really bad at that. And it's not comparing. It's just for me. It's just I'm really hard on myself. I don't like to be wrong. I don't like to make mistakes. I don't like to.
Yeah.
Do you think
I'm-
you give like other people grace when they mess
Yes.
up?
Yeah,
Always.
she does. That's the thing. And at the end
Always.
of some of the stuff, and it's like always. She's crazy. She's the
I
biggest. I always
know.
tell her you're the biggest bully. If I said, "Would you?" If somebody was saying this stuff,
If somebody
you
else was saying
saying
that
this
to
stuff
you, what
to
would you
what would you
think?
do? Or they said it to your kid, what would you do? Would you like? No, I would never. I'm like you're.
I know. I don't understand it. It doesn't
Mm.
make sense.
Like my thought process when I was a kid, I had speech problems, so people made fun of me, and so I developed this sense of like, okay, I gotta like, I'm not gonna beat myself up.
Yeah.
I got enough people out there beating me up. There's enough people out in the world that want to beat you up, that
Yeah.
want to say stuff about you, the trolls that are gonna get on there. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do it to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love
That is
myself.
good.
I'm great. I keep on telling myself that, and sometimes you don't believe it. Sometimes I screw up. I mean, a lot of times, but it is what it is.
But people are gonna screw up. That's what I mean. I know that, but
And,
I
I
don't
mean-
ever want it to be me.
I know, I understand, but I mean, I could like have that when you're
So
like
bad.
you had somebody's life in their hand and you're like a surgeon and you screw up and they
Yeah.
die. That I get it.
I'm
and
not
that's
that
what
important
you
in the
should-
world.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing we're doing can't be fixed.
I know.
I was 5 minutes late to this thing. It wasn't a big deal.
I know, but I felt bad
I know you felt bad.
because I forgot to tell you that he was crossed down.
But it's okay. You got to, so just, we'll work on that.
Okay.
That's what we're
Work
working
on self-compassion. That's my number one, probably.
I
That's
agree.
definitely my lowest.
Because I
That's
think
definitely my lowest.
that's a tough thing because I think without having that self-compassion, it builds them. It's like the deli belly, and you start building on top.
Start
of it.
layering
Start
things.
layering
Yeah.
things. That becomes a problem.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. All
Very
right. This is good. Good session, Doc. Thank you.
You're welcome. Building a sustainable self-care routine. I am so good at that.
You sound very sarcastic.
Well, you don't think I am. You don't think I have self-care because you're like,
Well,
Well-
because part of your self-care, your initial response to self-care, if anything is wrong or anything's not,
that's not wrong.
it's not wrong. It's not wrong. You
It's
just,
not.
it's not wrong. It's going to go away. It's normal. It's whatever. But sometimes you actually just need to like take care of yourself so you're not, even though you're never sick, if you feel tired enough that you can't do the normal daily activities because you've worn yourself way down, like you need to take care of yourself so you can feel better.
I do that.
I won't call you sick ever.
Yeah, she does. I don't. get
Never
sick.
sick.
I don't get sick.
I know.
I'm a tank.
Sometimes your body has a fever and sometimes your body doesn't have the energy to get out of bed, but you're never
day.
sick.
In my whole life. Not
Well,
my life. In the last.
Not in your whole life.
Not my whole.
You've had stuff that you ignore oftentimes.
What I'm saying. One day I slept all day.
Yes.
How many days have you known me in 27 years that I ever do that?
One.
That was one.
Yeah. That was one day. Yeah.
I don't do that. I
I
don't
know.
know. I don't know.
But that's part of it, though, I think, is when you're not feeling well, when your body's not feeling well, it's a natural sign to
See, I
rest
think
more.
this
that
number
you
9 and number
instead-
10, I think, is like both of us because I will tell you that.
Yeah, you always tell me that. If
Like,
I'm not
okay.
feeling well, he's like,
You
or if I'm extra tired, he's like, just go lay down, take a little nap. It's all good. But if he would never take a nap, like, nope, I got it. I'm fine. I feel fine. I feel great. I feel great. I feel great.
You see that if you tell yourself that enough, it works.
Oh, yeah, that is true. So that's number 10. You're good with other people, but you're terrible with yourself.
I am.
Same as my number 9. Yeah.
I know.
Mhm.
So we're gonna get skin. I got a little thing mark on my wrist here. We're gonna get.
I know. You're going to go to the dermatologist.
She thinks I need to
For
get
the
hearing
first
aids.
time ever.
She thinks
You're
I
gonna-
can't hear.
I think you
See, we
should
do
have your
good
hearing
here.
checked.
We do good.
I know, because you're facing me and there's no distractions, there's no other noise. Maybe is it a focus problem? You told me it was a focus problem, not a hearing problem.
It is a lot because a lot of times you speak.
It's all those
yes,
all
and
those
you're
voices
never-
in his
Yeah,
head.
right.
It's like you're trying to talk, right? And I'm having a conversation. You're butting in.
So I need to just how do I tell you to quiet the conversation in your head before I speak?
Okay, don't do this. Can I tell you what not to do?
Yeah.
I want you to pay attention. She talks real slow and loud. Like
Only after I've talked 3 times and you don't hear me.
I think I do here, but I have to like process because I'm saying you don't know what's going on.
I
in
don't
here.
know what's going on in there.
There is a thing called auditory processing disorder
Oh, yeah?
where like you can hear someone say something, but you
then
don't
not
you don't even process what they said.
I do. That's what happens.
That's like a legit thing. Like you
Yeah,
can have
maybe that's a thing for you.
I'm telling you. Sometimes like I hear you and I'm like, okay, I think of what she just say. How'd she say it? Like I'm trying to think
So
of.
you do. It takes you a minute to process it.
Yeah. Then when you say it again, I process it.
Ah,
Yeah. That's
maybe
like
that is
there's a lot of people who have it's
Yeah,
auditory
processing.
processing disorder.
You just got her some homework. I'm guaranteed she's gonna be. She's gonna be. I'm gonna have 5 different remedies because she diagnosed me yesterday. I have athlete's foot. Had this little problem. My foot has been cracking. It's been hurting since
Way too
Grand Canyon.
long.
It's like October, and it's really got this big crack about, and it's like hurts. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to walk on. I mean, I'm not worried about that. It's not. It hurts. It's like a
Pain's gonna go away.
pain's gonna go away. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 out of 10. So that's it.
Pain's gonna go
Mm.
away. But if you could treat it and make it better before you leave for Everest, like
But
you should
something
be
in me
able
wants
to.
things to hurt though, so I get
Well,
I
then,
overcame.
then stop. Yeah, then take that broken foot to Everest. Oh my
okay.
goodness, we're so different.
Anyways,
I would want to be in the best possible shape before I went and took on something like that.
yeah, I'm not.
I know.
I'm in good shape.
You're in good shape.
I'm in good shape, but I'm not. I'm in like Leadville shape.
Yeah.
Mentally, I am.
Mentally, you'll be fine.
Like I'm stoked. I'm a tank.
He's a tank.
I'll be at the beach.
I know. So we'll
My
have
feet
next
in the
week. We're gonna have
sand,
next week
connecting
we're
with
gonna have a
nature.
call in. So you won't be driving. Hopefully you can call in from the car.
Okay.
And we can have a little discussion. We'll have something else planned.
Okay.
So we'll call
We'll
in.
test our
Sound
call
good?
in next week.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
great.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting. We got to talk about the tagline. We say the shine. It's kind of a different thing now. How we want the world to shine. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We do, but it's like, did we shine? I guess we did kind of shine today.
Yeah.
This is a
That's
more
a great-
traditional,
More traditional
Yeah.
shine.
so we can say it.
Like a
Remember,
little-
the world needs your light to shine.
You need your light to shine.
We need, yeah,
We need your light to shine, and you definitely need your light to shine.
have an amazing week. See you next week on the Shine. Appreciate you guys.
See you guys.